What's going on, everybody? It's your boy EJ, back with the crew, C-Bugs, Flip, another episode of the D.O.P Podcast. How's it going, fellas? How's your week been? How's life treating you? All that good stuff.
I've officially been canceled.
I've been good.
Flip's been good. I've been good. Carson has been canceled. That sounds a lot more interesting than me and Flip being good. But we gonna hold off for a second. We gonna wait for a quick second. So Flip, what's been good in your life, brother?
Shit, not much. Getting ready to travel, hit North Carolina up. Couple months, we're going to Tennessee, so we're doing a lot of traveling over here.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of traveling too. I'm supposed to be going to Colorado in May. Probably gonna try to fly out somewhere for my birthday in August, and then going back to Florida and Orlando, because like I announced before, Yoshi's getting married, so friend of the pod. He's getting married, so I'm go down there and drink up all his alcohol.
Alright.
Also I have unlimited guest list, so if anyone who knows me wants to join, hit me up and let me know. I'm not bringing random.
Okay.
Other than that, job's going good, life is going good, so I can't complain. So Bugs, how did you, of all people, well, I shouldn't say you of all people.
What is that supposed to mean?
I can see you getting canceled. How did you end up getting canceled?
Well, I do a show on Tuesdays for a local sports here and where I live, and we just mostly covered our high school football team, and our ladies basketball team just won the state championship. But
Shout out to them.
yeah, shout out to the high school. But I was talking some college ball and cancel culture about Les Miles out of Kansas. And he was basically Tommy Bowden, which is, hey, you're fired, but we want you to say you're stepping down. That's what that is. Tommy Bowden, like what Clemson did to him.
Okay.
But I was talking.
Why did he have to step down? Like, what was his situation?
I guess you can't be a football coach and have consensual sex with other adults.
Okay.
But there was a student at LSU like 12 years ago, and him and her had sexual relations, but it was consensual. You know, no big deal, right?
How old was she?
18, 19, something like that. College age, legal adult.
Oh yeah, you did say student at LSU. Yeah.
But he violated the ethical code that teachers and coaches have.
Yeah, but professors do it all the time and nothing happens, right?
Wait, but was he a coach at that school?
At LSU at the time, yes.
I don't... Fuck that.
What's the problem?
Like,
What's the problem with it?
Like, she grow, he grow. Like,
and it was consensual. Like, why cancel a man for this?
Right. Because it could easily be misconstrued that he used the abuse of his power to get her to do it.
Was he coaching a girls' volleyball team or something?
No, he was a football coach.
Was she on the football team?
No.
Well, how would he be abusing his... Like, what would she have to gain from fucking the football coach if she had nothing to do with football?
Coaches talk. So, you got other coaches. Now you connected because you got this coach vouching for you. Saw, possibility. Hey, you doing this for me, I'm going to do this for you. Quid pro quo.
I guess it's just because he likes to eat grass, and she must have had a carpet down there, so he was going to town or something.
I guess. I feel that's a stretch personally, but I guess. I mean, it makes sense, so I mean, I guess I can't deny it, but I personally feel like that's a stretch. But my bad, Bugs. Continue with the story, sir.
Anyways, talking about them canceling him, which led me to talking about how if anyone in this world should be canceled right now, it shouldn't be a book, it shouldn't be a fucking plastic toy potato or a football coach. It should be Governor Cuomo in New York City, because he has literally killed more people than 9/11 with his COVID policies when he shoved thousands of old people into nursing homes just to get them off the street. And how he also has sexual assault accusations out, but nothing has happened to him. He's still governor. All's good. But you fire a football coach for having consensual sex 12 years ago.
That's fucked up. And I chalk it up to our fucked up society. When you're in a position of power, if there's someone in a higher position of power than you, they don't fuck with the dude that's in higher position of power than you. They're gonna fuck with you because that dude has more power.
Facts.
Anyways, oh, you got more fault, guys?
Anyways, this led to me continue to talk about it for about 20 minutes or so on the show. Now, mind you, I do this show with a preacher, and it's a high school sports show. It's really all it is. We'll throw some college and pro league in there, a little bit here and there. But anyway, we wake up Wednesday morning, and he was going to go check the numbers on how many views we had on the show. Show's not on Facebook anymore. They took it down. Show's not on YouTube. Got took down. We got canceled.
Whoa.
I assume because I talked about Cuomo and 9/11.
We gonna talk about it for about 20 minutes, and we gonna say some shit people ain't gonna like. And you know what? We're gonna talk about cancel culture too.
And I'll tell you the difference. This show won't get took down because it ain't but one white man on this show. The other show ain't nothing but white men. They trying to take us out.
We can talk about that too, as a matter of fact. If not this episode, next episode, we can definitely talk about that too. First, let's talk about General Cuomo. I say Governor Cuomo, my bad. Governor Cuomo. For people who don't know, don't read the news, live under a rock, I don't know, whatever you do with your life and don't know the story. Governor Cuomo recently he's undergoing what? It was 15 something accusations and investigations, and to him having sexual relations with underage females, and sexual relations with females without their consent,
and fondling, all kinds of stuff without their consent. Calling them into his office, reaching under their shirt, grabbing their breath without any consent.
You broke up on that first part. What did you say?
I said him also calling girls into his office and fondling them without their consent as well.
Right. Now, if a show is to get canceled for talking about issues like these, then that is a problem with our society. You would not want someone to do that to your mother, your grandmother, your daughter, your niece, your female cousin. So why would you be okay with it happening to someone else? Just because they're not your family or it doesn't directly affect you does not make it right. If you're going to be about being positive and doing right, it shouldn't have to directly affect you. So to cancel a show for bringing awareness to the actions of these people in power is cowardly on society, in my personal opinion.
Well, let me say why. Here's why, right here. One, because he's white. Because if you look at R. Kelly, if you look at Bill Cosby, Oh, they got fried based off this stuff.
Big facts.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. And like I said, we'll get to that either later in this show or the next episode. We're going to talk about the looming virus that is racism and how it continues to rear its ugly head in this day in the wake of George Floyd, in the wake of Black Lives Matter, in the wake of people being more aware of the racial separation in this country, yet things like this still happen. But to get back on Governor Cuomo, if you didn't read the news, all the things I said before, he was also responsible for what I think was around 5,000,
literally double 9/11,
who were all elderly people, because he got them off the streets during the COVID, well, we're still in the pandemic, but back when New York was the epicenter, and that was his decision to do that, therefore, his choice, therefore those bodies lie on him. Just like I said before, it is your choice to wear a mask or to not wear a mask. If you do not wear a mask, you need to be okay with the fact that there is a high chance you contributed to the number of deaths we've had in this country. And I will stay firm to that because me having a heart condition, I wear my mask every time I enter a building, when I'm at work, whenever I'm in close proximity to someone. The people I don't wear my mask around have gotten tested, so I know that they are okay. I have gotten tested, therefore I know I don't have it. So wearing the mask and following the guidelines set forth has worked for me. So you won't be able to convince me that not following those guidelines are going to work. But that is your choice. I am not telling you what to do. But this is why I'm going to keep on that path.
I got a new mask theory.
What's that?
Alright.
Well, I'm going to say this. So just like with General Cuomo, or Governor
he might as well be.
Governor Cuomo putting people in there and making that choice, it's no different than the state of Texas right now, making the choice to remove the mask requirement.
Right. And ironically enough, I'm okay with that only because I am in the belief that it should be up to the companies and the owners of the business.
Exactly.
It should not be up to the state when it comes to who's required to be open and not open, who's required to wear masks and not wear masks, blah, 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 blah. I feel it's up to the companies and the owners.
But here's the thing. If the state is saying they don't have to, now that's their argument. Well, you're just some lowly restaurant. Who are you to tell me that I gotta wear a mask?
Right, but people have been doing that with the mandate in place. I get what you're saying, but with the mandate in place, you've seen the videos of people doing that exact same thing. I'm American. I have my rights and my freedom.
Some people just fucked up in the head and think they can cause an argument and start some bullshit whenever they want to.
Right. And the thing is, just like I always say, people always want to argue, oh, I'm American, I'm proud, I'm a patriot, right? Well, just like you have the right to do what you want to do, these owners, these companies, these businesses, these corporations also have that same right. So if it's American for you to not wear a mask and argue that fact, it is American for them to tell you don't walk in here if you don't have a mask on and argue that fact. So to then go and say this company is not patriotic. This company is not American. Let's cancel them. Let's boycott them. You should be canceling and boycotting yourself. It's the same thing. Just because you're the lowly civilian and this is a giant corporation doesn't mean the rights change. And like I said, we'll get into it, that's the same thing with racism. Just because someone's skin color is different than yours doesn't mean their rights change. So, that's why I say society is the problem, because society refuses to change with all of these things right there smacking them in the face. Which is why I make the jokes that I make and say the things that I say in a joking manner, because y'all need a sense of fucking humor if you're not going to sit there and fix your problems. At least laugh at the problems you got.
Well, I'll say this. It's not that they're afraid of change. They're afraid of change that don't benefit them.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it benefits them, then they're all for it. But if it doesn't benefit them, then they're like, oh, no, I can't do that. I can't do that.
And by
if it benefits us, I can't do that.
And by them, we're referencing white people for those who did not understand. By them, we are referencing white people. And the white people who are mad at me for saying that, I say to you, I don't care.
Fuck you.
I really don't care. So you get no sympathy from me. And I know we rag on white people a lot, but look, you guys are the ones in charge. You guys are the ones who have the power to change it, and you refuse to. So if you don't want people ragging on you, if you don't want people coming after you, use that power. I don't think anyone's asking for much. We don't want your money. We just want the opportunity to make our money. We don't want to have. We want to emulate what you have.
I want to make as much money as Gilly down here.
Right?
Wait, say what?
He wants to make as much money as you. But that's the point, though. It's like you can't call America the land of opportunity when the opportunities are limited.
Well, the world, listen, America's changing now. It's not the same. So this is a land of opportunity for everybody but blacks. Yes, if you are black, can you make it? But it's going to be harder than anybody else. It's going to be harder than anybody else. But with this whole situation, like, trying so hard to go the opposite direction, it makes them look bad. It's kind of like those people that are like, oh, I'm not racist. I'm sorry for what my people did to your people. Like, you ain't even got to say that shit. Why you just say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or by, like, this Pepsi, trying to make people be less white, denouncing their whiteness. Like, you can't change that.
Hey.
So everybody's going about it the wrong way. They're going like the extreme opposite now. Oh, okay, well, denounce being white in support of minorities to show that you support them. That's not what the fuck you do. What you do is you help them get a loan. You help them build their credit. You help them get money, get opportunities that you have.
Revamp your education system so all people get a good education instead of just the people who live in uppity neighborhoods with a lot of property taxes.
Exactly. And what people fail to realize is because the middle class is what makes this country thrive, if you found a way to make sure everybody was making money, the country would do better.
It damn sure ain't gonna be the Green New Deal, I promise you that.
If you look at all these other countries that the value of their monetary value is higher than the dollar, the pound, the euro, shit like that, right? Even the yen. Those countries all got centralized medical they have all these ways of making sure that everybody in their country thrives. And if you don't thrive, that's because you choose it.
My guys, I love you guys to death. But we're on this ride. We'll get to that ride later. We're on this ride. We gotta get back up. We gotta get back on this ride.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I mean, y'all were going. I was like, y'all were spitting facts. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let them go, but we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. But so we got a little sidetracked. Like I said, we gonna get to that. But so yeah. After hearing the facts about Governor Cuomo, I agree. And if you have a problem with it, I feel that you fall into the category that you should also be canceled. If we're going to start canceling stuff, and that's going to be our thing, we need to start canceling the things that matter. Start canceling the pedophiles. Start canceling the sex traffickers. Start canceling the drug dealers.
No, you can't do that. Well, they'll cancel the drug dealers. They'll cancel the drug dealers, but they're not going to cancel the pedophiles. They're not going to cancel the fucking human traffickers. No, because that makes them money.
Right. They're not going to cancel anything that destroys the family.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what we need to start canceling.
They're only going to cancel shit that makes sense.
I understand they ain't going to do it because it's fat in their pockets, but I'm talking to the people who come out here wanting to cancel stuff and it ain't fat in their pockets.
Shit, I bet you.
I'm talking to us, like you said, the middle class run this.
They about to cancel Mississippi because their governor just said that trans people can't play sports because there's no trans sports league.
They need to make a transport league.
They do too, yeah.
They need to make a transport league.
They do.
I don't think that's fair. Like that 6'9", 50-year-old playing college basketball for the women.
Identifies as an 18-year-old female. Get the fuck out here, dude.
You tower over every last one of the women. That's like Joanna Man.
Yeah.
They told this story years ago, and look what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Look,
that's like how Brittany Griner got her dick cut off to go play women's basketball at Baylor, but we ain't gonna talk about that. That's no conspiracy.
Okay, guys.
Sorry.
I agree with that. Because I feel like this. Look, if you were born a man and you started living your life as a man and you generated the testosterone, it's gonna take so long. It's so long.
Simple biology.
For that to leave your system. And even then, that muscle definition.
For what to leave your system?
The testosterone.
But it'll always produce.
It will always produce it. If you got that chromosome, you got that chromosome for the rest of your life. You cannot change your DNA.
Well, what I'm saying is they take. Well, I mean, they take the pills.
There's dangers to that shit too.
Pills to try to counterbalance it,
But here's the thing, though. Because listen, male and female still develop testosterone.
Yes. Some
tend to develop more testosterone and end up being hairier and stuff like that than others.
Right.
However, if you are born with a certain chromosome that defines you as a male, you are a male for the rest of your life because you can't get rid of that chromosome.
True.
And when
that's the thing. It's like all these people are like, I identify as this, I identify as that. Well, that's the problem right there. You don't get to identify when you can't change your DNA makeup. Now, once science is able to do that, then you can say whatever you are. You see what I'm saying? You can say it then, but until then...
I see what you're saying, and for any trans people listening, we're not saying you can't be who you want to be. That is not what we're saying. We're saying on a physical aspect, no matter what you do, there's going to be certain things that you can't run away from. Is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, if you want to do it, go do it. That's fine. But you also going to have to sit here and listen to me say you're an idiot. I have a friend of mine. He became a she.
So do I.
After he became a she and started taking all the treatments and stuff like that, they developed MS. Don't screw yourself up just because of what you think you want to be right now. And damn sure don't tell my children.
And society's also pushing.
Yeah, but And Bugs' defense, y'all gotta understand that man is coming from a place of hurt when he says that. Because someone close to him developed a disease because of it. So again, because we're talking about cancel culture and people being sensitive, you also have to understand what these people are coming from. Try to. I don't want to force anyone to do anything, God forbid, but you have to try to understand where they're coming from, because people are going to give their opinions based off of their feelings. We all do.
You know what my problem is? My problem is, all right, you can have your opinion, and they can state their opinion and voice their opinion, but I'm not allowed to have mine unless it's in agreement with them.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. You talk about cancel culture. That's exactly what cancel culture is. They want to cancel everything that's not their opinion. Well, guess what? There's too many billion people on this fucking earth. Everyone ain't gonna think like you. That's what makes meeting people great. Learning the little differences that people have, yet they go to work just like you. They wake up and go to sleep just like you. They sit down when they sit on the toilet just like you. That's what makes meeting people great. That's why I love meeting people. I love talking to people. I love picking people.
I love hearing different walks of life and how people think, and it's nice when you can actually sit down and have these conversations without someone getting butthurt about it just because of the way I feel or they feel.
Right.
It is awesome. Like me and you, we have our differences on a lot of stuff, but we can sit there and we can talk about it.
But Carson is my nigga. Anybody touch him, I'm coming for that ass.
They don't want to touch me.
Best believe. And that's okay. Anyone who thinks that's not okay, you have a problem, and that's undeniable. Sorry.
I'm not saying if there was ever a time for a pandemic that's really going to kill a lot of people, it's now. Come on, COVID-21, let's go. Let's have it. Kill all these idiots.
COVID-21, it only attacks dumb people. That would be funny. I feel that, well, no.
Just don't come after the people that don't know a lot about algebra, because then I'd be screwed.
That don't know a lot about algebra. All I'm saying is, cancel culture, by far, is the dumbest shit ever.
It is.
The dumbest shit ever. And to elaborate on why it's the...
Listen. How do you expect somebody to get better? No. You know why cancel culture is now the norm? You think about it, right? And I hate to go back to racism, but if you look at it, right? I won't even say race. Anybody that goes to prison, they are all part of the cancel culture. Now they're considered canceled, right? They serve their time. They get out. They want to have a better life. They try to get a better job, and guess what? They can't. Because
Myers Jordan's never going to be able to play basketball again.
Myers Leonard?
Say that again?
Yeah, Myers Leonard, he's never going to be able to play basketball again. Because he was playing Call of Duty and called someone a fucking kike bitch.
Yeah, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
Now, in his defense, like, I know what the word means, but
he didn't know what it meant.
But I used it a long time ago when I was younger.
Same. I mean, we've all said things we regret when we were younger. How old is he?
Right, but the thing is, people heard me say it and didn't know what it meant. You see what I'm saying?
He was live streaming,
people didn't know what it meant.
And he didn't know what it meant when he said it.
Right, that word.
And no one in the NBA is stepping up to be like, yo, let me educate you on what this word actually is, so you know not to say it again.
Right. And I'm not defending him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So where's the growth at? You see what I'm saying? Right. Somebody makes a honest mistake, right?
There's not going to be any noticeable growth because he's never going to get to play in the NBA again. He's not going to have that chance to redeem himself, that chance for forgiveness or anything like that.
Right. And I would like to point out...
That's why I brought up the prison situation, is because rarely do you see somebody that went to prison get the same opportunities as somebody that never went. You see what I'm saying? They automatically get slated. You could have went to prison 20 years ago and been out for 20 years. Clean record. Nobody gonna care. They gonna look at the fact that you went to prison and hold that over your head. Cancel culture is like, it's an easy way for people to judge people, which is what they've been trying to find ways to do.
So would you say, hold on, before I say that question, I just wanted to get this thought out. The Jewish population, you have to understand, the Jewish population in this country is not very big. Okay? So, words that we're used to hearing that are racial slurs is because that population of people you readily run into. So, calling white people cracker, calling black people nigger, calling Hispanics wetbacks, right? Those are the three major races, right? And then you have your Asian races and so on and so forth. So I say that to say this for people who might think, oh, there's no way he could have not known what that word meant. Because of the likelihood that I don't even know if I've been alive for 34 years and I can't tell you I've had any Jew friends, any friends that were Jewish. I can't tell you I've come across anyone who was Jewish. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't come across someone from that nationality, certain things like racial slurs, for example, cultural biases, cultural things in general, you're not going to know. We say that about black and white people all the time. There's places where white people live and no black people live. They've never seen a black person. So them saying the word nigger is normal to them because they've never been around black people and had a black person tell them, yo, that's not cool. That's not what we're doing right now. Do you see what I'm saying? So I tie that into what Flip said about where's the growth. I get that it's wrong, but exactly that. Where's the growth? If he was never approached by anyone in his life to tell him otherwise, like, I guess I'm not trying to shoot him no bail, but like, you kind of have to take that into account. Now, if it comes back that's different,
let me put it in perspective. I'm gonna put it in perspective for the way everybody can understand it. If you ever been in a relationship and your significant other of that relationship or your partner, whatever you want to call that person, has ever hurt your feelings and you gave them another chance, this is the same exact shit.
Yep. Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. If you've been in a relationship and the relationship been perfect, then I can understand you wanting to cancel somebody for fucking up. But I highly doubt anybody's ever been in a relationship and they didn't have an argument where their feelings got hurt. Something was said. So with that being said, people understand that. It is just like your feelings hurt and you choosing to forgive the person that did it.
And not
some people they never forgive.
Right, and not even in relationships. In friendships, if you've ever had a friend that made you mad.
A friendship is relationship.
Oh, okay, you mean
I'm using all of those. That's why I said whatever you call it. Because no matter what, a person's ever, it could be a partner, a senior, subordinate, and senior relationship. Whatever relationship, if somebody's ever hurt your feelings and you chose to forgive them, that's what all this is. Some people are in the spotlight and it's like people are looking for ways to gun people down now. How can I knock this person off the high horse? They doing better than me, so I want to knock them off. And that's the problem. People see other people being successful. They're cool at first. Oh yeah, that person's successful. They gonna make it. But oh wait, that person doing better than me. I.e. 1921, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street. Them people was doing better than those white folks, and they didn't like it. Oh, I can't have no black. I can't have no N-word doing better than me. I'm white. And it doesn't just apply to that. It applies to everything. All races, all religions, all creeds. People don't know how to live in peace because they thrive off drama.
Which just reiterates me saying cancel culture is the stupidest shit ever.
If it continues, I feel bad for my kids because when they're parents, they're going to say no one time. They're going to be canceled as parents.
Mm-hmm. And you had kids.
Oh, they're already doing that. Y'all didn't hear? Y'all didn't hear that?
No, I didn't.
They're not allowed to say mom. They don't want kids calling their parents mom and dad. It's parental unit. They are already trying to make that happen. Get rid of all gender stuff.
No.
I'm dead. No. I'm dead ass. That was just in the news. I was duty last night. That was just the news.
To my kids, I'm your daddy. Call me parental unit if you want to, and I'm backhanding you. Nah. Old school. We ain't doing that. Sorry. Not today.
But that's what, listen, I posted on Facebook and I didn't care what the world is coming to. It used to be Game Boy. Now it's Game Boy, Game Girl, Game Trans, Game Poly, Game Demi, all these different things. They can't just be a Game Boy. They won't let shit die. They won't let shit live. They're trying to find ways to force their way upon people. When Christians did it, it was wrong. When the Muslims did it, it was wrong. But now we have to accept everything that's going on. We have to accept trans. And like I said, whatever you choose to do, you do it.
Look.
You choose to do it. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, yeah, just don't force your ways on me. You don't want me forcing my way on you, don't force your way on me. That's my only thing. You be gay, you be trans, you be all that shit over there. Don't bring that shit over here trying to get at me with it. Don't try to trick me. Don't walk up to me with a deep-ass voice trying to sound like a little girl. Hey, how are you? No, motherfucker, you go that way with that shit. That's my only issue. Live your life however you want to live your life, but do not talk with me in mind.
Look, people, look here, alright? I understand the sentiment, right? You do know that's impossible though, right? Like there's too many people. For people to live their life and it not affect other people, either directly or indirectly. There's just too many people in the world for that to be a possibility. Even though, like I said, I understand the sentiment.
Listen, indirectly is fine. But like, for example, if I'm straight and I'm in a relationship with my wife, right? Okay. And I'm happy that me and my wife are together. Okay. And I broadcast that, I shouldn't be shamed because it's a male and female relationship.
Damn you for being straight.
Wait. Right. That's what they're doing though?
But that's what's been going on.
Damn you for being white. That's exactly what it is. Damn you for loving the Lord.
Facebook and say something like straight pride. Straight pride. Watch what happens. You can say gay pride, but you can't say straight.
Okay.
And that's the thing.
I see where you're coming from. So, if you are indirectly, like for example, if you gay, like I had a dude hit on me, right? And I told him I don't swing that way. He was like, oh, all right, my bad, and he walked away. That's cool. Like you shot your shot, you completely missed. Airball.
But you know, no, fuck that. That was like a buzzer beater that went into the crowd. Somebody blocked it. I blocked that shit, right?
No, that was
it's cool.
That was bad sport,
cool, right? But here's the thing now. If that motherfucker was to turn around and get mad because I told him I was straight, now we got a problem. And that's what's happening with the culture. Right now it's, do it my way, and if you don't do it my way, it's a problem. The Black Lives Matter movement, that happened the same way. If you don't support Black Lives Matter, then you're against Black Lives Matter.
It really is rape. It's cultural rape. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Let's call it what it is.
Strong words there.
It's cultural rape. I don't want it. I don't care. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
That's a lot to unpack. Like I get the sentiment of it. You not wanting it to affect you directly. Can I speak English, please?
No, I just don't want it shoved down my throat. Like, do what you want to do. I don't care.
It's
you want to live your life like you're wearing a pair of Crocs. Go right ahead.
If I would do hashtag straight pride because I'm proud to be straight,
I think you should for a social experiment, EJ.
But
no,
I can't do it. I can't do it because I'm straight and white.
Do it and watch what happens. Just put straight pride. Or, like, for example, right? Somebody puts Blue Lives Matter because that's it's the opposite of Black Lives Matter, right?
Okay.
Because the whole purpose of it is Black Lives Matter. Somebody put Blue Lives Matter, which they do. Cops' lives matter too, but they can't forget that Black Lives Matter as well. You see what I'm saying? But when they do that, people start to bash them. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has the right to feel how they want to feel, but you cannot force me to feel what you feel.
I get you, and that goes back to what I said earlier. There's umpteen billion people on this planet. Not everyone is going to think like you. If you have the right to your opinion, they have the right to their opinion, and all it means is stay away from those people. If you only want to surround yourself with people of like mind and like opinion, you have the right to do so, and you don't ever have to deal with someone who does not have the same opinion as you.
True.
Like, you have the opportunity to do that. I don't have people around me that I either don't have the same opinion as, or I can't understand their opinion. And I say those two things because I have a different opinion most of the time than the two fellas on this podcast with me. However, I can understand where they're coming from. I take the time to listen and understand where they're coming from, and as long as I can understand where they're coming from, we can have a conversation. And it won't be an argument, it won't get heated because I'm like, okay, I understand Flip's coming from this perspective when he talks. I understand Boog's coming from this perspective when he talks. Cool. They understand I'm coming from this perspective when I talk. And I think that makes a better conversation personally, but if you don't, your opinion...
I think we should all run for Congress.
You don't want me having no...
You know what, I agree. I think we should.
You don't want me having... You don't start putting the stuff down people's throats. Yo, you are not being racist today. That's not happening.
So, no, because a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people can't agree to disagree. A lot of people can't just be like, okay, you have your opinion, I respect your opinion. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I respect everybody and what they want to do. You choose to do it. Like, for example, back when coming out of the closet was considered bad.
Taboo.
Did I support those that came out of the closet and were openly gay about it? Yes, I did. For the simple fact, it takes courage to do that. Mm-hmm. However, you better not bring your ass over here trying to talk to me.
I mean, I'm the same way.
Converse. If we exchange dialogue, that's fine. But I'm talking about you come over here thinking you can hit on me.
Yeah.
We got a problem.
I'm the same way. In 9th grade, I did have 2 friends who were homosexual, and I did tell them that. I was like, look, we can be friends, we can be cool, we can hang out, but just know I'm not like that. I don't like to be with men outside of, friendly situations.
Because check this out. I know a Marine who legitimately said, he told me he was gay, and I was like, I kind of thought you were gay, but I don't care, right? And I was like, as long as you don't bring it my way. He goes, oh, don't worry, you good. Only like straight white men. And I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, I like fucking straight white men. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, how did he went dark. How do you say that? Like, how do you say you like a straight white man? And he said he was proud of it. He goes, I love turning straight men out. Those are the type of people that I have issues with.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's no different than a pedophile.
He's just competitive.
That's no different than a
He's not gay, he's just competitive. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that was funny.
You did? Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah, it's like challenge accepted. Oh, you turned me down now? I'm gonna see if I could change you.
Right, and I don't agree with that. I mean, everybody has their kink, but come on now.
But if if a man does that to a woman, it's looked at now.
It's wrong.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? And that's where my problem lies with it. That's the whole reason why I haven't issue with it.
Let me as a black man be like, yo, I'm only fucking small white bitches so I can turn them out to this black dick. Like, yo, niggas would look at me like I lost my shit. Like, what? Get out of here, yo. Get out of here, yo.
What, did you go back in time or something?
You in a tunnel.
Oh.
I'm in a tunnel.
Is that one of those Elon Musk tunnels?
No, we almost to the airport right now.
Alright, well, before you get to the airport, I want to run this by you.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright. I think masks are a conspiracy now. I do.
Oh,
you think what?
That masks are a conspiracy now. So y'all know the social credit system that China has where, like, they have street lights and stuff that capture your face and, like, oh, you jaywalk? Bet, you can't buy a car now. Shit like that. Alright, so...
I didn't know that, but okay.
We gotta have the mask now so that the street lights can capture our eyes and remember what our eyes look like. In 2024, we got you know how the solar eclipse came and went like this?
Are we turning into Sims? Is that what you're trying to say? We gonna have little diamonds over our fucking heads?
The next solar eclipse is coming like this. It'll make a big X over the course of 7 years. Watch this. They're gonna make us wear sunglasses for like a whole year and a half so the street lights can focus in on the bottom parts of our face where the masks were. And then they're gonna have our whole facial image so when we're walking down the street we jaywalk and that's it. Social credit system. So this tracker can't buy a car. He just jaywalked. He's not a good person.
Where do you get that shit from? I really...
You don't want to know what goes on my head, dude.
I obviously don't. I really don't. Because that sounded like some Brave New World fucking, yo.
No, but you know what? It makes sense for the simple fact of...
Oh my God, do not... support this, man.
Listen, they're going to have to find another way to identify us. You see what I'm saying? Notice this, right? And
they already have facial recognition software that's been in the works for years prior to this.
Why do you think they make us use our face to open our phone now?
So my thing is this right here, though. This is what I'm thinking, right?
It's really weird.
So if you look now, people, it used to be you were feared if you walked in a place with a mask. Now, guess what? That's the norm. You see what I'm saying?
The bank without it.
So now, if you walk into a bank with a mask on, people aren't scared. But let that have been 3 years ago. If you had one of those masks on, motherfuckers was shitting brick. They coming to rob me. You see what I'm saying? So they're just they gotta find another way to still be able to recognize us. Just like casinos, they pay attention to the way you walk, your walk gait, different things like that.
Okay.
So I kind of agree with them.
Social credit system, here we go.
Well, that was Flippin' Bugs Conspiracy Hour. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the D.O.P Podcast. It's your boy EJ with my homies Bugs and Flip signing off. Catch us next week, same time, same place as you know. And we out. Peace.